Hey adventurers, and welcome back to BC Adventures. I'm Ryan Swan, and today I'm out in Otter Point at one of my favorite dive sites called 7751 West Coast Road. And I'm going to do a little video tutorial on how to dive it and featuring some of the marine life in the area. It's been a while, but we're kicking off Season 3 with one of my favorite all-time dive sites, 7751 West Coast Road in Sooke BC. This site is incredible, especially if you love kelp forests. In this episode, we'll explore how this site changes over the seasons, take a look at some of the amazing marine life here, and I'll show you how to time your dive using the Sooke Tide Table. This site is home to a thriving kelp forest that transforms dramatically with the seasons. Early in the year, the kelp is just starting to grow, but by the late summer, it becomes a massive underwater jungle. The towering blades provide shelter for all kinds of marine life, from tiny fish to some of the biggest creatures in the Pacific Northwest. Diving here can be tricky due to the ocean currents. Many divers prefer to explore the site during slack conditions with a low tide exchange, which is a very safe approach. However, over the years, I've discovered with the right timing and site selection, you can dive here any day of the week. In my previous video on how to dive Velma's Rocks, I discussed timing dives using the Race Passage current tables. While Race Passage provides valuable information for this particular site, I also utilize the Sooke Tide Tables to plan my dives. By analyzing the Sooke Tide Tables, I found that the optimal times to dive here during the transition into a low tide or just after a high tide. Contrary to what you might expect, the intermediate tidal zone is actually the worst time to dive this site. It looks like it would be the most gentle, but it's not. Trust me. There is a back eddy or riptide, and it will destroy you. You can do it slightly before or slightly after, but you'll have to figure that out on your own.
If you don't know the area, go with somebody that does. Please be careful, the ocean is unpredictable and dangerous. And never dive alone.
If you're in doubt and unsure how to read the tide or the current tables, you can always just go to the left side. The East Kelp Forest offers an excellent ecosystem. Lots of invertebrates to observe over there, and there's almost never any current. The current zone is to the right, off the main reef, and it gets stronger the further you go out. One of the site's hidden gems is a rock located at 20 meters depth behind the main reef. This rock is adorned with a multitude of white plumose anemones, creating a stunning underwater spectacle. Often you'll find a giant Pacific octopus residing in the den at the base of the rock. Giant Pacific octopuses are the largest octopus species, with some individuals weighing over 150 pounds and spanning up to 20 feet across. They are known for their intelligence and ability to camouflage, making encounters with them truly special. If you ever notice a pile of empty clamshells nearby, that's a sure sign of an octopus den. This site is a haven for sculpin enthusiasts. You'll encounter species like the Irish lordfish, cabezon, buffalo sculpin, and the charming silver-spotted sculpin. The silver-spotted sculpin, in particular, is known for its distinctive markings and curious nature. Unlike other sculpins that tend to stay still when hunting, this species actually speeds up before striking, just like a pelagic predator. Here's a juvenile Puget Sound king crab. These young crabs are bright orange and tend to hide in rocky subtidal areas to evade predators. As they mature, they adapt a more subdued coloration and venture into deeper waters. Check out these slender decorator crabs. Interestingly, we encountered hundreds of them congregated in a single area. Decorator crabs are known to gather in large groups during breeding seasons, sometimes ranging from just a few individuals to hundreds. This behavior may enhance their chances of mating and provide defense against predators. With their long, slender legs, they closely resemble spiders. They also exhibit a fascinating behavior, adorning themselves with bits of algae and debris as camouflage, helping them blend into their surroundings to avoid predators. Drifting gracefully above the reef is a fried egg jellyfish. Named for its appearance, this jellyfish has a bell that resembles a fried egg, with a yellow center and translucent outer edges. These jellyfish often serve as a temporary home for juvenile fish, which use their tentacles for protection from larger predators. Well, that wraps up this episode of BC Adventures. I hope you enjoyed exploring this site and learning how to time your dives for the best conditions. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on BC Adventures.